Hello everyone, welcome to another Game Shed video with me, Jamie. Today I'm playing the NES classic, or not so classic, Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. So here's Dash. He's just got out his Cadillac into a spacecraft and has supposedly jetted off to another galaxy. So we start our adventure on the ground floor of the Alien Asylum in a top-down style. This is all about to change when you move the block and go into the first room. And inside the first room you'll see that the perspective has moved to a side-on platforming view, and the levels which lay ahead for Dash are full of pitfalls. Now all you must do in order to complete each level is just make your way through collecting all the little objects which lie around, the key being the most important object as that lets you back through the door. So there's one just above me, and there we go. Now just make your way up ladders across various gaps and just grab each little thing. It'll add to your score and add to your lifeline. Now your lifeline is oxygen. Oxygen is life. If you run into a bad guy, you will see that you lose oxygen like that. So you have to be very cautious when making your way around these levels not to lose too much health. So Dash is a bit of an acrobat. He does like a jump, as shown here on this trampoline. So I've just grabbed all of the items and the door is opened, so I can get out of there. The door will not open until you have grabbed the desired items for that level. So back in I go, back to the top down sort of lobby area if you like. Now these areas can be quite tricky because you've got to move blocks out of the way to gain access to the rooms. That might not have seemed too hard there, but it does get trickier. Again, just making my way through, up ladders, over big jumps, avoid the bad guys, and off trampolines. So what's the story behind Dash Galaxy then? Well, he's apparently a space explorer. To me, it just sounds like he's avoiding responsibility of his home life. He's just a man with no morals, who's just out to hurt his loved ones by going on a big wander. At this point in the game, some 2 minutes into the gameplay, you may be feeling slightly homicidal due to the repetitive nature of the background music. Yeah, have a listen. It's not pleasant to say the least, but you know, if you're working your way through these reasonably challenging levels, you're not going to probably notice the background music. I say reasonably challenging, they're not that hard. You know, there's probably harder My Little Pony games out there, but it's still fun nonetheless. I mean, just working your way through. It's one of those ones that you can lie down and play. You know, jump on your settee, put your feet up. You don't need to lean forward staring intently at the television trying to concentrate. This is one of those relaxed, maybe feet up on a coffee table, having a chat with a mate as you just bumble your way through each level. It's enjoyable. Yeah, not the most testing, but it is enjoyable. One thing I must mention about this game is that it was available in North America only for the NES, so unless you got yourself a multi-region Nintendo Entertainment System, this cartridge will not work if you are from the UK and have a non-region free Nintendo. So just bear that in mind, folks. You know how else you can play this game otherwise. if you know what I mean. So this game came out in 1989 by a company called Data East, who you might know for other games such as Two Crude Dudes. Sadly, however, Data East went bankrupt in 2003, so no more Data East. Goodbye, fellas. So onwards with the last of the ground floor levels in this crazy game. And you can see just by looking around that the intensity of the gameplay has hotted up somewhat. There's a mounted gun style object firing indiscriminately to the left on the far left of this level. There seem to be a number of additional robots in this level and a few jumps off ladders and whatnot, which are a bit trickier to reach than in prior levels. You'll see if you look at the bottom towards the left of the screen there on the dash, that dash has got one bomb. Now, why do you need bombs? Well, quite simply, in the top down parts of this game you will occasionally find yourself stuck and unable to get to the next room. Now it's handy to have a bomb because you can blow up blocks, and as you'll see in level 1, which, having completed all the levels on the ground floor, I am now making my way towards via this lift here, you also have these laser beams which you cannot cross, and they can be blown up with bombs. So here we go, on to the first of the platform levels for floor number 1 in Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. Now this looks like some mad version of Mario 2 on the NES. Quite a crazy little level. Trampoline styles here, very, very important. You do yourself a favour to watch some of the Olympics on their old trampolining. Is trampolining even an Olympic sport? Who knows? Anyway, this level, nice and bright, cheerful, colourful, nice and yellow. So as you can see here, I've got to somehow make my way back to the door, which is open. And this looks like a sensible option. Use a trampoline here, bounce nice and high, try and get myself on the ledge on the left when I'm nice and high enough, and that will work. So now I have to avoid this weird pterodactyl type creature. I'll take a hit of energy off that, just because I was near the door and I wasn't very likely to die. Let's move on to the second level here. In I go, more of the same. Looks pretty much identical. Bounce up again. Let's go and grab a star. And another. And another. Let's grab that. Mobile phone looking jobby. Another star takes my total to 5 stars for this level. And there's a 6th. And another mobile phone jobby. Let's jump this bad boy. Bit of a risky jump here. Got a potion which refills my oxygen, and I've got a key, and that looks like the last of the objects to collect. So making my way swiftly back to the start. Now I know the doorway is up on top, so I'm going to use this trampoline again. Use a long jump. There we go. One quick bounce should do it. And home. That was a nice swift level. So there seem to be 2 more doors. Now you got to work out how to get to them. Simply push that block out the way, and let's get rid of this. So if I push it into the laser, you can see it evaporates. So you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar that if you walk into that laser, the very same fate will await you. So how do you get past the laser? Let's plant a bomb and leg it. Boom! There we go. Laser done. Now for some reason my mind wasn't working too well here. I couldn't work out how to get to that door on the left without using another bomb. But simply push the top block to the left and then slide the middle block down and I would have been able to access it nice and easily, but I used a bomb. Never mind. So now I've got 0 bombs. And let's get this level on the go. Oh, that was a nice and quick level. That was all I needed to collect in order for the door to reopen, so I'm not going to waste my time and I'm going to move on and try and get to this last one. Now when I approached the laser there, it disappeared. No idea why, but it did. So as you can see here, I have worked out how to gain access to this entrance. And this is the final stage on the first floor of this rather samey game. But as I said, you can relax your way through this game. It's one that really requires no attention whatsoever. You could probably even hold a telephone call during this with your partner and she'd be none the wiser, or he, dependent on who you are and what your preference might be. There's the key and it looks like I am finished with this. Let's make our way back. He seems to have extremely strong shin bones, this lad, because I just took a hell of a fall and didn't lose any energy. It's quite handy. Let's avoid these creatures. Do a nice standard jump, bounce up. Through we go. Now just make your way back to the lift shaft, and that is that floor done. So remember to get in touch with us the usual ways and give this video a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, please. You can subscribe by clicking the little buttons all over YouTube, or you can visit our website at this address here, thegamesshed.com, and our Twitter address for you keen socialites is @gamesshed. So I've been Jamie, and until the next video, goodbye.